Mortal Kombat! It has begun. Hey everyone, CJ here. Hope you're all doing well. Oh boy, with San Diego Comic-Con going on, we've got a lot of stuff to cover, especially all these MK videos coming out. So let's get right into it. When we start off with the Umgadi trailer, man, do we get a great view of Outworld. I mean, I feel like it should have been called Edenia, but that's just me. But hey, maybe Liu Kang just wanted to keep it on brand, you know? But yes, I just love the architecture and all the brand new looks at this brand new Outworld, one that seems way more peaceful than the Outworld that we know in all the previous timelines. It's all just really beautiful. Great work from the creative teams. So we learn from narration by Fire God Liu Kang that the Umgadi are warrior priestesses that are in service to the princesses of Outworld, Mileena and Kitana, which looks and sounds incredibly cool. Our first surprise returning character is Li Mei, and girl, her outfit is so good. I really like the combination of her classic look of the purplish pink magenta color with the whites, but then now in this timeline with the black earpieces, her outfit looks so good. And seeing Princess Kitana and Princess Mileena with the Umgadi, this was such a great shot. And I like how they're all color coordinated to be yellow, so that in that way they're not clashing with any of the real colors, but still, they make their presence known with such a cool, vibrant color. Well, with the yellows and the darks as well. And man, it's so cool seeing them all lined up with their gear together. There's just always something cool about an elite group of female guards, just like the Dora Milaje. You know that if you come across them, you probably did something wrong, and you're out of luck. And is their shield looking a lot like the Deadly Alliance logo, or is that just me? Li Mei looks so gorgeous. It seems like Liu Kang and Li Mei are on a special mission together. Maybe to help out with the Royal Sisters, or if there's another trouble that's heading their way and Liu Kang and Li Mei are there to stop it, or at least warn the princesses of the incoming threat. Who knows? But when trouble starts, trouble breaks out as it's combat time. And man, when Li Mei and Liu Kang take out those guards, that was some sick moves right there. But right here, during the cutscene, when Li Mei is talking with Raiden, she says, "I will prevail, Earthrealmer." I wonder if this is alluding to her trying to warn someone or enact a devious plot that she came here with, and Raiden thought it'd be the best thing to stop her. But who knows? I want to believe that Li Mei is a good character, but we'll get to that little theory soon enough. These new environments are so beautiful. It's going to be so cool to see them during the story mode. And since Raiden is in the player 1 position, this either means that Li Mei is actually a traitor and a villain, or that this could be another misunderstanding fight like the one in MK9 where Smoke fights Jade thinking she was a traitor. You know, just another fight that's brought about through misunderstanding. Oh, she's so pretty and gorgeous. She's already one of my favorite characters now. Nice, she chose Sub-Zero. During the scene when she's beating on Raiden, we get some more narration from Liu Kang saying that she used to be the leader of the Umgadi. Liu Kang continues on saying that it was on her watch that the princess's father was murdered, which then begs the question that if Li Mei was banished from the Umgadi, does that mean that she was caught in the act and framed for the murder of the king, or was she actually the murderer? Only time will tell, but it is interesting to think whether or not she is a morally good or bad character. Either that or she's devious enough to betray our heroes. But I really want to strongly believe that she is on the side of light, and that she could have possibly been framed, or this could just be the case that she arrived too late to stop the assassination of the king, and she's been banished or left voluntarily out of shame for not being able to stop it in time. Since they do mention the king, I wonder if it is King Jared or a good King Shao Kahn. Imagine good Shao Kahn. That would be interesting. But it'll most likely be King Jared. Her little pink aura stuff is cool, but yo, when she has a light projected animal as a part of her attack, that's so awesome. It's almost like a Chinese lion almost, or some kind of giant cat thing, but man, that's so cool. Like a holographic laser animal charging at you. That's gonna be wild. Love her moveset already. And then our second surprise returning character is Tanya, and she looks great. I love her new hairstyle and, of course, her new outfit too. And I'm assuming that she's the new leader of the Umgadi. It would be kind of cool if she was Li Mei's second hand when Li Mei was the leader. And then, of course, with their falling out, that's why she's so aggressive when they confront Liu Kang and Li Mei. It just makes their character dynamics so much more fascinating. Because I don't even think they were associated with each other back in the original timeline. So now with this, oh man, can't wait to see how the writing is for both Li Mei and Tanya. And her weapon, yo, that's so sick. Especially since it's all powered up with her yellow, goldish, mystical power thing. When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was a 9-section whip chain, but then now that I see it in the still frames, it's just a 3-sectioned staff, which is incredibly cool. That weapon has always been so fascinating to me, how the versatility to it. It's just gonna be so cool playing as Tanya and using it against enemies. It's gonna be sick. Oh, and then you know me, I love the whips, especially with the visual effects from their power set. Oh man, it looks so cool, the twirling and everything. Yo, and then when she does this move where she tosses in the air and then she grabs it like a ledge and just wails at Li Mei with her leg kicks. Oh man, such an awesome move to have for Tanya. Especially since in MKX she was depicted for being a great athletic and always using her splits and kicks to her advantage. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool. When we see more cutscenes, we see that Tanya knows about Princess Melina's infection or disease since she asks about her health. And then we see that Rain is next to them. So it begs the question of whether or not the culprit for all this craziness in Outworld and the potential leader of the rebellion, if there is one, is going to be Rain or Li Mei or even Tanya. Who knows who the traitor is, if there even is a traitor among them. But it is interesting to see that he's hanging out with them and not, hopefully, having any devious plans in his back pocket. But yes, I really do hope that I'm just reaching and these characters do end up being good guys at the end. But it would be interesting just to see how the Outworld turmoil starts. I love that classic trope of when a character asks another character if they're okay, even though they physically seem sick, and that sick character is like, no, I'm okay, nothing, I'm good, and then something bad happens, which is most likely the case with Melina. But yes, when she's telling Tanya that she's fine, it does make me wonder if they're gonna have the same kind of love relationship as they did in the previous timeline, or this is just a case of Tanya being the leader of the guard, being completely devoted to her princess. And in that dedication, she just truly cares about Melina and her health. And naturally, knowing that she has the trust and devotion of a loyal subject, Melina's probably most likely very appreciative of Tanya and all of her support. It's completely understandable that Melina and Tanya are trying to keep this disease a secret from her subjects, since they could see this as a potential weakness and some villains can try to take advantage of that and overthrow her. But just wanted to point it out that the eye coloring for the Tarkatan disease thing looks pretty cool. I love the little hints of scarlet and orangey and stuff. Makes it look really intimidating and really cool at the same time. Oh, precious Kenshi trying to comfort Melina during her most desperate hour. This scene does make me think that maybe Liu Kang and the others are trying to head on out to find a potential cure for this disease, and Kenshi was left behind to stay back and take care of Melina while she's trying to hold in the transformation. But that means, no, while everyone's trying to go get the cure and he's just there, that scene that we saw in the previous trailer when he's panicking when she's transforming. Oh man, poor Kenshi. He's just trying to do his best, and then he's about to get blinded either by a scratch or teeth. I don't know, we'll see. But dang, that sucks that when everyone else comes back, he's all like, yep, she transformed, I lost my eyesight. But then that does make me think how crazy of a confrontation will be when the others come too late and she's fully transformed, leading to a fight. That'll be so incredibly emotional and crazy to see. But yeah, Kenshi's outfit looks so cool. And then we get our third surprise returning character, Baraka. And man, he looks sick in this new engine. I like how they keep his classic drip of white shirt thing and his red pants. That's pretty cool. But yo, this Tarkat disease is crazy. It does make me think whether or not Baraka is still champion of his people, but with this disease that's infecting them all, make them all look more horrific than usual. Like, they almost look zombie-like to me. It'll be crazy to see how he tries to rally his people despite this disease. That does make me think that, were they all regular Outworlders that just got infected by this, or were they a different race within the Outworld realm? Who knows, but we'll see more about this Tarkat disease. It is kind of weird that the Tarkatans was turned from a race of people to a disease, but hey, that's just me. It'll probably still be interesting and hopefully well-written. Hopefully. I thought that this would be the case, seeing as though the spikes are most likely from the Tarkat disease, but it would be kind of cool if Baraka had some special Outworld ability where he had the arm blades when he was just a regular dude, and then because of the Tarkat disease that it turned all metal and crazy or even more savage looking. I don't know. It's a cool little idea, but I'm pretty sure it came from the disease. But man, does he look awesome as always. And hey, wait a minute, isn't this the stage from MK11? What is this, his MK11 reveal trailer? Also, I'm super glad that Steve Bloom is back to voice Baraka. I really liked his take on the character. What the, is that Carnage? Lee May, watch out, he's gonna use his crushing blow! Look out for his kick! Yo, Baraka's combos look sick. And of course, you know me, I love seeing the particle effects for attacks. His like orangey red energy thing that happens when he's twirling his blades around and he's using his aggressive swipes looks so incredible, and it makes his attacks pop out more. It looks so cool. Speaking of attacks, I really like Lee May's cosmic power looking abilities, with the pink and the lights, but not only that, but I like that it has some kind of like fireworks effect to it. Makes it more interesting than if she just had projectile energy abilities or whatever. But it does bring out a nice little flavor to her character. She just went from a 9 to a 10 in terms of the cool factor for me. Cool explosions. Yo, that Anne on top of the tiger, so cool. And then it's Tanya's turn to show off her cool moveset. She has like this holy aura circle thing behind her with the heavenly arms, and like, bro, whoever she's fighting, they're about to catch these hands, these holy hands. So cool. Not only that, it was like, man, you have such a cool weapon, and then you add that on top of that, and you can combine the weapons with her hand abilities. That's so awesome. And then, much like the thumbnail, we find out who our next Kameo fighter is, and it's Darius. Darius is surprising to be because, wow, we're finally getting midway love from the 3D era and new modern NRS games. That's awesome. I've never been quite familiar with Darius' story, but I always thought that his outfit and his design was really cool, and I'm glad that they brought that back with him being a Kameo fighter. He looks pretty cool, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with him. Great addition in my opinion, but that's just me. More energy effect appreciation. It looks so cool. Almost looks like his arm blades were on fire. When we get some more looks at all of our new characters' new moves, my first thought when I saw this was Tanya activating her solar energy and using her stand rush. Yo, Lee May's tiger lion thing, projectile projection thing looks so sick. I love the color effects, the design of it looks awesome. With Lee May saying this about honoring her vows makes me think that she probably is a good character. And I'm just overthinking about all these different character traits and all these different things that could happen. But yeah, I really hope that she joins the Liu Kang team and the heroes versus whatever threat they're going to be facing off this game. Some sick look at some sick fatalities from our new characters. Man, look at Darius. Does he not look cool, or is it just me? And I thought Tanya's fatality of pulling the stick with the other hands and then yanking out the skull was crazy enough. But then Lee May's explosion firework thing, and then she like snaps it into the trail, into the head. Like, yo, that's insane. And then once I finally got all the screenshots for this reveal trailer, and then all of a sudden I found out the Kombat Pack reveal trailer. And yo, this dialogue from Liu Kang saying the battle between good and evil is eternal is so cool. I love how we're having like the same open field from the very first reveal trailer. But yeah, sure enough, the leaks were true on who the DLC characters are gonna be. No way. We've got Omni-Man from Invincible. I wonder, or at least I hope, that he's still gonna be voiced by J.K. Simmons. It'll be super awesome. Or at least if it's a very close sound alike. But still, it'll be super awesome to see Omni-Man go up against the other DLC characters, especially the last one. But speaking of DLC characters, next up we have... Oh, we got Ermac! Yo, let's go! Hey, where's your MK11 design? But yeah, in all serious, yo, Ermac's new modern design looks pretty cool. Like, I love the mummy aesthetic, but there's just something about the tweaked facial features that just gets that cryptic character feeling. It just elevates Ermac's character, and it totally suits him, since he is supposed to be some ancient creature that's an amalgamation of so many souls. But you know what's funny? The second time watching this, and especially editing for the video, I just realized what he reminds me of. He reminds me of Hex from Ben 10. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but hey, I'm gonna take it. And yo, next we got Peacemaker. What is this, season 2? I wonder if it's gonna be voiced by John Cena or a sound alike, because man, it looks 1-to-1 to John Cena, I think, and his moveset would be very interesting. I wonder if the equal's gonna be a part of the Kameo combo. And then yo, we get Quan Chi back, which is like, I'm always on and off with Quan Chi. I like him and I don't like him. But you know, it's cool that he's back, I guess. I guess Liu Kang was like, alright, these guys can come back. Either that or these are from a different timeline. Who knows? But he does have those tattoos, those ruins on him. So I don't know if he's from the right time or it's just, now it's just associated with Quan Chi. So who cares about that lore? But these little things coming from his head, I wonder if they're like... I know that's not hair. But I thought those were earrings, but maybe it's some part of a headdress thing, or I'm not quite sure what that is, but it does look kind of cool, and his outfit's alright, I guess. Not trying to be a Quan Chi hater, I'm just trying to see what his new character design looks like. It's so hard to see. And then yo, the biggest surprise for me was Takeda. The return of Takeda. In my opinion, number one, or at least the second coolest character from the Kombat Kids. I'm like, wow, this one took me by surprise. This definitely has to be from a different timeline, if it's part of any story thing or whatsoever, or my headcanon. But man, Takeda always looks so cool, and even now he looks kind of older than he would be, so which means that he could be very much an older veteran type of character if he is older than we saw him in MKX, the only game that he's been in because he wasn't in MK11. But his outfit and his gear looks kind of cool. It's very updated, and of course it looks more futuristic with the cyber lights and stuff, but oh man, it's gonna be so cool seeing his whip combo again. That'd be so awesome. And then of course the big one, maybe just as big as Omni-Man or even bigger, but yo, Homelander in MK, it just makes sense. I mean, yeah, Peacemaker and Omni-Man makes sense, but Homelander just makes sense. I mean, did you see the boys? But man, that's gonna be so crazy to see how all these characters work. These three cameos, or these three DLC characters, these three guests. I'm just losing my mind over the fact that we're getting these three characters in MK. It's gonna be so crazy, and the matchups, you're gonna see lots of Omni-Man versus Homelander matchups. That was a sick transition. Just wanted to point that out. And then we see the logo, which looks kind of cool in gold, not gonna lie. But can you imagine if it still had the blue and red, but with gold? Oh man, that was sick. And there we have it, our games with the Kombat Pack. Omni-Man, Quan Chi, Peacemaker, Ermac, Homelander, and Takeda. With Homelander coming in the spring. Dang, all the way in the spring. I mean, that just makes sense. But it does make me wonder if this is going to be the exact release order, or if this is just a mix-up and then we'll get the characters in a different order. Because it would be interesting if Takeda really is the last one, or if Homelander is. Who knows, we're gonna see. And then we see what's included in the premium edition. The Kombat Pack, early access to MK1 Ooh, the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage. That's gonna be cool, especially if he's voicing him too. Five new cameo fighters? What do you mean? Like 5 more than we've already seen, or five, or the last 5 that's left on the list? Who knows? And then 1 week early access to 1 week early access to DLC characters. I thought it said old characters. I was like, yo, what? And of course, Shang Tsung and the closed beta. One thing I'm thinking about right now is, it's gonna be so cool seeing the DLC characters as cameo fighters and what their iconic moves are gonna be. But if they're playable fighters, that's going to be insane. It'll be cool to play as Takeda again and Ermac and Quan Chi, but how Peacemaker and Omni-Man and Homelander especially is going to change up the matchups, it's going to be such a bloody mess. It's going to be so incredible. I can't wait to just put Homelander versus Omni-Man. That's so sick of an idea. Oh, I'm excited. Not to mention, if they are going to be playable fighters, how the intros are going to be. Oh, I can't wait to see the intros, because NRS has really great writing when it comes to intros. So excited to see what they come up with for this game with these characters. And then, oh boy, finally, lastly on today's list of Mortal Kombat stuff. I mean, it would have been nice to see the Mortal Kombat 2 movie trailer, but not in tandem with all these other Mortal Kombat videos to do. We get the trailer at the new MK Legends movie, Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match. And I've got to say, just from the bat, it's pretty fun and goofy having it be a 80s piece, and the art style is kind of nice too. I kind of like it, and the colors as well, the art style, and of course the fashion sense fits the time period that it's at. But it looks pretty fun, and it looks like it's going to be a really funny movie, and probably just as good as Snowblind, if not better, only in the sense of it being a great comedy movie, since this is supposed to be a funnier thing, because I'm pretty sure people aren't going into this expecting this to be very lore accurate. But hopefully it's still going to be enjoyable enough. Ashura looks so pretty. I think you just have something for short hair. But long hair too. Oh my goodness. Of course, because it's in the 80s, she would have the giant Vegeta Saiyan shoulder pads that was all the rage for that time. But yeah, Ashura looks pretty good. I like the character design. I wonder what wacky thing they've been doing with Johnny Cage, but I am pretty excited to see him not only unlock the green energy thing, but him going toe-to-toe against Shinnok. I'm pretty sure the cult in this movie is the death parade or the death party thing. It would be kind of funny if they referenced that from Mortal Kombat Conquest, since the Brotherhood of Shadow, especially, I'm spacing on her name, is here in this movie, and maybe she was trying to sacrifice Johnny Cage to summon her master, Lord Shinnok. But dang, Shinnok's gonna take another L from Johnny Cage. That I'd like to see. And then we see that this Hollywood person who's probably working for Shinnok, or at least is working only for the potential to get power or whatever. I don't know. The human bad guy that's probably going to be killed by Shinnok when he arrives or something like that is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, which begs the question, how long was this movie in development for, since Gilbert Gottfried unfortunately passed a couple years ago. But back to the character, he does look pretty funny, and probably will make a great little henchman kind of villain, which is very appropriate to a very fun, goofy, Johnny Cage-centric movie. Seeing Johnny do the shadow kick is always so cool, but the fact that his X-ray looks even cooler, oh man, can't wait to see that when the movie comes out. Not gonna lie, that is a pretty cool 80s-centric Mortal Kombat logo. Can't wait to see what the plot twist of the movie's gonna be. Whether it's an actual movie being filmed or actually happening, who knows. It'll be cool if it teases the next movie though, but I doubt it. It'll still be a fun little solo movie. But yep, with that, thus concludes all of the MK-related material for today. And man, there's so much to process. There's way too many cool things to speculate and theorize about. But since you've heard my rambling, as per usual, I can't wait to hear what you have to say and what are you thinking about, both in the MK movie and especially your thoughts for MK1, because there's way too many cool ideas to think about after watching all these awesome character trailers. Can't wait for the next trailer. But for now, write down all your thoughts and comments and theories down comment section down below. Can't wait to hear what you all thinking about. And if you liked the video, why not drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel and checking out some of my other stuff here too. Your support is very much appreciated. But with that, I'm CJ. I hope that you all continue to have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video, especially for the next Mortal Kombat 1 video. But with that, I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye for now. CJ wins. Cringeful victory.